they bookmark those websites on Delicious, and I embed the bookmarks on my internet, on my website. So I'm not, as a teacher, I'm not the only author, but the kids we can actually work together on a topic. Okay, that's a very nice feature of those those services. The way I see it, actually there are 3 stages in e-learning. The first stage, to my mind, has never actually reached the schools because it was way too complicated and the teachers just didn't know how to do it. Okay? They were mostly professional e-learning courses using a lot of multimedia, and they were very expensive. Okay? Mostly companies used them. And then there was Moodle and other virtual learning environments or learning management systems came up, and e-learning changed. There was a trend towards rapid e-learning, which was mostly converting Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint into e-learning courses. And actually the multimedia component was reduced a little bit. Okay? The advantages, of course, are it's rather inexpensive and it's rather fast. And the latest trend in e-learning is using Web.0 services, which is mostly free. Okay, that's the nicest thing about it. And it's very fast. Of course, they are not big chunks, but usually you work on smaller courses and not whole courses which you need to author with tools like Adobe Flash and so on. And it's not one person generating the course, but everybody working together. Okay, so this is the nice thing if you use those hosting services. Everybody actually can contribute, not just the teacher, but the students as well. Okay, so what are in summary, the advantages? You don't have any problems with if you host them online with formats and codecs, which can be really a hassle. Then it's quite easy to use. Okay? External hosting is much faster than the school network, and maybe you might have a very fast server, but I haven't seen a server that was faster than YouTube, for example. External hosting, of course, frees capacity for the school network, and you can actually foster individualization through increased participation. So the kids, or the students, pupils, are not the ones who only consume the e-learning course, but they actually contribute to it. They can, by uploading photos or by embedding photos from Flickr and so on, by using social bookmarking. Okay, so this basically, it took me quite a long time, was my presentation. Do you have any questions?
How do you handle copyright issues? Because if you publish on these services, you publish worldwide.
The thing is, actually, I teach multimedia, and all the examples I've shown you are what we produce at school. So I don't have a problem with that. But the thing is, that's a good question. You cannot use any media from the internet in your Moodle course, that's right. But for example, we have produced films, which we did ourselves. So, let's see.
What about quoting?
Pardon?
If I use the film, if I use the right quotation, where the film is from. That's what I was taught and informed. If I use the correct information where I got the picture or the slide from,
yes.
and I use the quotation where it's correct, as long as I don't use it commercially.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
or with photos, you can from Flickr you can use the Creative Commons.
yes, right. That's what that was.
Make a special.
Usually, if I don't produce the media myself, I use Creative Commons licenses. Thing is, for example, if you use a service like SlideShare, you might actually not produce the presentation yourself. You might actually, it's like searching a video. You can, for example, I want to teach something about biology. I can look it up. Maybe they have exactly the presentation I need. Okay, so I could use that. As long as I want to use it commercially, I don't think anybody will want it. And Creative Commons is always a good alternative if you need to use media which you haven't produced yourself. So for example, all those videos you find on TeacherTube, the purpose is that people use them. It's not that people get paid for those videos.
Another question. Most of your students, do they actually access this media from home or from school? Because you said it saves a lot of traffic for school.
Yes.
That's only true if they use it from home.
No,
home.
when I'm teaching kind of blended learning course at school and everybody is using, we'll be using those videos, our school network is rather slow, so this would really be kind of break.
So at school you show them what to do and they're expected to do it from somewhere else?
No, not necessarily. Whatever, the way I decide.
So you
But the videos on an external server, if you include it, it's not
Yes.
on your
But
server.
usually,
Yes, I know, but if you're in a school network, usually school networks are not connected with gigabit. Yeah?
yes, that's right.
If there are
Usually
30
at
people
school,
streaming
I don't. If I have a video to show from my Moodle course, I just show them. I don't tell them everybody has to open the video
Yeah.
because if I have
You
the
can see
projector,
it.
Okay,
everybody,
yeah.
it's easier to watch the video. Okay. With MP3, it's I tell them, okay, you can. That's no problem. MP3 that doesn't use that much bandwidth. Okay. So that's it. Okay.